On July 22, 2025, the world lost one of its most iconic figures in rock and roll history. Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, passed away at the age of 76, leaving behind a legacy that spanned decades of groundbreaking music, wild antics, and unforgettable performances. But in the years leading up to his death, Ozzy faced a series of personal battles that ultimately transformed his life, making his final years both a challenge and a triumph. Ozzy's journey in his final years was not just about music. It was about resilience, family, and the will to keep going despite the physical limitations imposed by Parkinson's disease. Before we dive into Ozzy's final years, let's take a look at the challenges he faced and how he managed to continue to push through until the very end. In 2017, Ozzy Osbourne announced his farewell world tour, a grand farewell to his fans. Little did we know, this would be the beginning of a difficult chapter. What was meant to be a global send-off soon turned into a series of setbacks. Ozzy faced health complications that would change his life forever. Starting in 2018, things began to unravel. Ozzy contracted a severe upper respiratory infection, followed by hand surgery after an infection in his thumb. The subsequent fall at his home exacerbated injuries from an ATV accident years prior, leading to several surgeries on his neck and spine. By 2020, the world learned that Ozzy had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a condition that slowly robbed him of his ability to walk and perform. Ozzy, never one to keep secrets, shared this news with the world, revealing just how much this disease affected his daily life. Ozzy's wife, Sharon Osbourne, was a constant support during these challenging years. Together, they opened up about the emotional toll Parkinson's had on their family. Sharon admitted that watching Ozzy's decline was heart-wrenching, but she remained optimistic, saying it wasn't a death sentence. During that interview, Ozzy spoke about the emotional pain of not being able to perform anymore. Coming from a working-class background, "I hate to let people down," he said. With a look of vulnerability, his inability to contribute to his family weighed heavily on him. Even as his body grew weaker, Ozzy's determination to live life on his terms remained unchanged. He cherished the moments spent with his children, Jack and Kelly, and the love of his life, Sharon. In 2025, Ozzy did the unthinkable. After years of battling his own body, he performed one last time. It was a moment that would define his legacy. Ozzy reunited with his band, Black Sabbath, for a performance in Birmingham, England, his hometown. Despite his inability to stand, Ozzy performed sitting on a throne, a visual that encapsulated both his resilience and the toll Parkinson's had taken on him. "If my God wants me to do the show, I'll do it," he said before the concert. And he did. The crowd of 40,000 fans, including stars like Jason Momoa and Steven Tyler, roared with applause as Ozzy rocked out one final time. During the concert, Ozzy delivered an emotional speech to the crowd. "Thank you, from the bottom of my heart," he said, his voice trembling. The farewell concert wasn't just for the fans, it was for Ozzy himself, an opportunity to say goodbye to the music that defined his life. Beyond the stage, Ozzy's life was one of quiet reflection. In interviews with Rolling Stone and Siriusm, he admitted he sometimes felt like he was on borrowed time, but he didn't dwell on his mortality. Instead, he focused on the time he had left with his family. Ozzy spent his final years at home in Buckinghamshire, England. After extensive renovations, he expressed gratitude for the life he had, reflecting on his many blessings. "What a great life we've had," he told Sharon. Ozzy Osbourne's health struggles were a constant challenge, but they didn't define him. What defined him was his unwavering love for his family, his fans, and his music. He was, and will always be, the Prince of Darkness, a man who faced darkness in many forms, but continued to shine brightly. As Ozzy took the stage one last time, he left his fans with these words: "I've been laid up for like 6 years. You have no idea how I feel, thank you. From the bottom of my heart." It was Ozzy Osbourne's passing marks the end of an era, but his legacy will live on, not just through his music, but through the countless lives he touched along the way. Rest in peace, Ozzy. And thank you for the memories, the music, and the madness. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from Dynamic Trends. Also, don't forget to check out the link in the description below for 10 amazing Amazon products. Trust me, you won't want to miss these. See you in the next video.